Hey, welcome back to my garage. My last video, or one of my videos about removing the windshield, for some reason has received like 90 hits, which is like 3 times more than I usually get. I'm not sure why, but no likes, no dislikes, no comments, just 90 hits. Must be the title, I guess. But if you like what I'm doing, leave me a comment, hit a like or a dislike. Any kind of feedback would be nice. Thank you. Alright, so I've tacked in the sub patch. The way I had to do it, I had to start on the inside, put a couple tacks to hold it in place. And I came around the outside and I put those 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tacks in. As you can see, they got the black rings around them, because guess who forgot to turn the gas on? Again. So there's a note to self, don't forget to turn the gas on when you're MIG welding. Now I'm just going to try to finish up the entire tack, or the other, the entire weld, and then sand it, grind it smooth. And I think to fill it, I'm going to use that fiberglass. I was listening to somebody on one of the YouTube channels, and why do I have to make that flush with metal? What's the difference? Okay, continuing on the driver's side here. This is the centerpiece. I have to put in some more fill weld in there, fill those holes, cracks. And then I'm going to start on this piece here, which is the last of the driver's side. And after that, I'm going to work inside and get that visor supported. We made a lot of progress up here with the channel around the windshield and making repairs. I even started over there on the passenger side. And then inside, this is really what I want to show you. Don't get dizzy. I fabricated this support piece that had rusted away. I've got it tacked in place and it's primered, so I can get a better shot without the flashlight in the way. There it is. Seems to be enough metal for the weld to hold. I'll get a good solid bead across there, grind it flush. And then on the other side, this is where my dilemma is. On the other side, that piece is in there pretty solid on that side. I mean, you see the holes in it. But I have to remove it anyways to get behind it to fill the rust that's in the channel on the passenger side. That's where the rust is actually worse. Right on the passenger side, right on that curve. And I'm probably going to cut that out and then weld it back in, or weld its a fabricated piece back in. And what I'm doing is priming this roof with the Rust-Oleum rust inhibitor paint before I go with the epoxy primer on top of that. So that's where I'm at. Just want to show you this windshield channel. This is probably where it's the worst, and that's right above the that support piece that I have to cut out. But I can get a sub patch behind that, and new metal and weld it in. And I think if I really need to fill it, as I'm over there, the welds, I'm trying to fill it with metal and it's just not coming out right. So I've decided what I'm going to do is just fill those pock marks with, if it's backed with metal, so it's reinforced, it's got its structural strength, I'm going to fill it with metal reinforced Bondo, or another product called Tiger Hair. I don't know which one's better. I'd love for somebody to make some comments and say, go with one or the other, or just keep welding and stick with the metal, because I'm just getting kind of tired of welding and grinding. That seems to be my routine every day. Plus I'm working on patching that thing, all the rust holes in that, just taking a lot of time away from my 47 here. So any suggestions, I'm all ears. Thanks. Okay, here's another dilemma I'm having. This is the passenger side support that I have to get behind to kill the rust behind it, for starters. I have to get under it, behind it on this side, because there's rust in the windshield channel that's under here. But to cut it away, I think I have to make a cut here and then along this rust here, so I know where it goes when I replace it with the piece I make to fabricate it. So to get in here and cut here with the cutting wheel is going to be tricky. But I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I cut out the that support piece, and look at the difference. That's the rust that I could not get to, even though I think I tried to splash the rust mort behind there. But now I can get that with a wire wheel, then the rust mort. It'll clean it up really nice. And then you can see that windshield channel I'm going to patch up. And I'm liking it. Okay, back on it this morning. My goal is to finish up this last bit of rust, which is a big hole in the windshield channel. Yesterday, I was able to take out the upper brace support out of this corner and treat the rust that was behind it and above it on top of the channel where that hole is. So I'm going to try to weld in a patch, sub patch on top there and seal that up. Once I get that sealed, I think I'm going to go with like a reinforced Bondo to hide all the imperfections in the windshield channel. I'd like to know your thoughts on that. And we'll see how this goes today. It's an early morning start, so hopefully I can get it done. And I have some work to do on the Jeep over there. And we'll see. Okay, you can see I set a sub patch. It's a strip of metal. I think it's 18 gauge. Yeah, it's 18 gauge. Cut it, put it on top of that channel, clamped it in with some vice grips, and I'm going to tack that in place from this side and the top side if I can. And that'll give me a very solid foundation if I need to put any filler in. Okay, I got the couple welds in, a couple tacks. The video didn't work. I thought I had the video on when I was doing the welding, but at least it's holding that piece in. What I'm going to do is move the clamp. I'm going to, hopscotch them now. And bring this one over to here. Pull this patch down tighter and continue that weld until the whole thing's tacked in place. Okay, that's the result of my third pass at welding. So it's been weld, grind, weld, grind. This is the third weld. I want to grind it another time, but I think I need to go to the supply house to get another grinding wheel that has a flatter edge to it, because it's new. And I think it's going to come out pretty good. I might not have to use any filler at all if I keep doing it this well. I may even go over here and do these some more, grind these some more, and get them better. I'll get back to you. I'm about to take my fifth pass at welding today. You can still see the weld is still proud of the original workpiece, so it's not feathered in quite right. And I could probably get that to feather perfectly with a filler, but I don't know if I want to do that. I still need to fill in some spots here and here and here. And this is the last of the repair work that has to be done right over here, right over here. So I'm going to hit that with the welder right now, and I'll look at it once I'm done and be more grinding. I've been grinding with 4-inch grinder, a sandstone on a die grinder, and a 40 grip flat wheel. Well, it's not for the lack of trying. I'll try to fill this little spot here first. just blew a hole bigger. I think there should be some backing behind that I'm trying to catch. I jammed my gun up, so I'm done welding until I fix the gun. So frustrating.